Disclaimer: I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. It's gal pals and gal pals. It's me, Camden, on channel Camden. Yeah, we're altering the background a little bit and making a little bit of a different video this week. Originally, I want to do a gameplay video this week, but it looks like I might have to end up doing that in July. Because I don't know, just stuff. But then I thought to myself, I was like, you know, what if I just made a video about a certain topic? Like, do I have so many weird dreams? There are dreams I don't remember at all. Some I may not remember at the moment, and then like a few hours later, I'm like, what? Like throughout the day, and then sometimes I wake up straight from the dream and I'm like, what? And then I just write about it. So this is how I remember them so well. These are so surreal and so strange. I can make a whole movie about it. Probably a whole movie trilogy about some of them. And you know what? Like, I'm just going to go ahead, tell it out into the world, and see how the world's gonna feel about it. Also the fact, like, sometimes you ever get that feeling where you just like, or you have a dream you just wake up from, or was it a dream? Like, you just see something, and then you don't, like, it's kind of whatever, but then you're in a certain moment, and you feel like you're in deja vu, like, oh wait, I've been here before, or I did this thing before. Like, it might be something I'm looking at on my phone, I'm like, wait, didn't I look at this on my phone before? Or did I, you know, or I'm just like watching something on TV. I'm like, hold on, didn't I just watch this thing on the TV while I'm in this particular spot? And then I say something. I'm like, wait, didn't I say this before? I don't know, let's go ahead and get into the dreams. With
what is it? What's wrong, sister?
Okay, so I was like, I don't remember exactly how old I was. I don't remember exactly how old I was. I was probably like 10, 11. But there was this dream. So, I was riding in the car with my mom. And she stopped somewhere. I don't know. It was somewhere. It was like a gas station. A daycare. It was somewhere. And then she was like, alright, I'll be right back. And then I sat in the car. And while I was sitting in the car, I turned and I see a bear. Like, I see a big bear, like a grizzly bear, just roaring. He's all like, he's scratching up on the car. And then I'm turning around. I'm like, man, what is going on? What am I looking at? And I started yelling. I'm like, help! 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 And then as the bear kept growling, the bear opened the door. Like, no, he ain't tear it open. He just opened the door like a human. Like, he just went up. And he started getting next to me, and he kept growling. It was like, and he started going towards my direction. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. And I kept screaming. Bear kept doing, like, human-like acts. Like, it was starting to sit like a human. I even think it started to talk like a human at some point. Like, it was insane. And then as the bear started growling again. And growling again. And then I wake up. And I woke up screaming, by the way. I was like, ah. Like, it wasn't like a real genuine scream. It was more like somewhat like a Jeff Goldblum. I didn't know what to take from that dream. It was so random. Like, why? Like, how did out of nowhere I'm just dreaming about, like, just bears just coming in, like, opening the door and just the bear's true intentions. I don't know. It wasn't to eat me or kill me. Nothing. It just was coming in there. I think it was trying to tell me hello. Probably he already wanted a conversation with me. I don't know, since he opened the door like a human. So, I'm babysitting my little cousins during the weekend, because they like to, some of them like to come over and like, you know, our household kind of watch them for a little while, and you know, they're also aware of my channel. They point at the screen when I'm on there. I was just watching them. I was telling them to stop touching everything, because they like to touch stuff. They like anything they see, they touch it, and I'm like, no, don't touch it. Especially my Legos. They love to. I need to get them to stop. So while I was telling them to stop, just sit down, I try to check my phone and look at the YouTube analytics. So then after I look at the YouTube analytics and then I like go on YouTube, there is a YouTube channel clowning me out of nowhere. And it wasn't just a YouTube channel. It was a YouTube channel by someone I used to go to school with, and she caused, and there were incidents involving her at school, and then she eventually had to leave, and what? I barely even spoke to you. What? Like, maybe during lunchtime, I probably like walked past you by the hallway. I mean, we had like a few conversations, but it won't nothing like. How do you know everything about me all of a sudden? I probably said something I forgot, maybe, that made him go like syndrome mode, probably, and just went, I can't believe this, and probably went against me. They're hating on me and saying, like basically starting beef. And then the next day, like, a bunch of people, like including my friends, were like, yo, did you see this video? Did you see this video? Did you see this video? Did you see that video? Did you see the video? And at that point, there was like 10 videos on that channel by that point. I don't even know exactly what the channel's content was mainly about. I know I do reviews and skits and stuff, but that, I don't even think there was even like a review on there. What were you even doing? And I was just like, huh. So, and I guess it was kind of like the modern day version of this right here, I'm guessing, you know. I guess, I don't know. And then I remember I was doing a video right after, and I was like, and there was a segment at the end of the video, like I just started to randomly bring up, I was like, you know, just to let you know, I did see that upload. I did see that video on YouTube. I did see it, and this is what I gotta say about it. And then I said something, I forgot what I said, but I know I said something. I was just sitting there just yapping near the end of the video. I wonder if people actually stayed to watch all that. Again, I guess the people, it must have been that interesting. I guess, I don't know. Never even been an actual YouTube beef. That, like, especially not someone I used to go to school with. I mean, there's some people that like they have a channel, and I did like a joke beef. We had like a joke, but we had like or something like that. I'm guessing what to learn from this. Don't I don't know. I be careful what you say, even if you don't remember it. Don't create your own syndrome, I guess. Get it? That was so random. That must have been like a day after I got done working on a video, where I was probably watching a video about YouTube beef. I might have to check the analytics right now. Wait, let me check YouTube. Let me check. Hope nothing is see nope. Looks like all right, I guess I'm good.
There's a monkey in my bathroom.
All right, so this one, so basically, me and some of my friends took a trip to a basketball game, and some of my friends were out there being the basketball players, while some were just sitting there, and we were just talking about something. And we were just like, and I think we were eating like some foods from the concession stand. And then I was like, hey, I gotta use the bathroom. So I got up, went to the restroom. So when I went into the restroom, it had to be the worst public restroom I ever seen. I can't even visualize this. I'm not gonna try to find an image of this on Google. And I'm definitely not going to ask AI to use it. I want you to close your eyes as I explain this, sadly. I see multiple urinals connected to the sink. They're not two separate things. They're like connected to one thing, as if they're one invention. They're one thing. And I'm like, what in the world am I looking at? What am I looking at? So then, not only that, as like the sink was right here and the urinal was right here. I looked there, and the sink was also filled with like yellowish, like sewer water. Oh! Ew! And there were frogs. There were frogs and worms all over the sink too. Frogs just hopping around. Multiples of them just hopping around the sink. Multiples of them just going rabbit, rabbit, rabbit all over the sink. So I was like, you know what? No. I'm going to hold it in until I get home. So I walk out of the strange little restroom. I see a bunch of tables, like desks. I see a bunch of desks you see in a classroom. And I see one of my old teachers there. Just there. He's just there. I don't know why. He's just there. I'm like, bro, what? And he's just like, hey, hello, Williamson. I'm like, I hope that's not a real restroom out there. I hope there's not an actual restroom that has a sink connected to the urinals, first of all. And then you got sewer water and frogs running over it. That is disgusting. That is horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry explaining this to everyone out there. I'm so sorry. But I'm for real. I am so sorry.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I apologize very much. Let's go ahead and go straight to the next dream. Alright. So this dream. This is what I mean when there can be a whole movie about it. So I'm walking in the mall with Ian and the girl he dated at the time when I had a dream. Yeah, Ian was just there, and they were talking about something. I don't know what they were talking about, and like I was just like, huh? All right, I wasn't a third wheel. There was somebody else with us too. I mean. You know, and I might be remembering it wrong. I don't know. I had that dream a long time ago. I don't know. I just remember I was at the mall. And I know I saw Ian. You know, and the girl he was with. It was whatever. So right after that, I'm walking from the mall. I see a dude on a stretcher being carried out. I'm like, what in the world? And then everyone's just out just looking at the dude in the stretcher. So then as I walk out the mall, I'm at the beach. The beach must have been outside of the mall. So while I'm out at the beach, random stuff just happened, man. Like, I'm just out on the beach, and I was just thinking about life, and then the next thing you know, I have the Omnitrix, and I turn into forearms. I'm not joking. This is real. And a bunch of random stuff happened. Like I'm forearms. I'm fighting somebody. I don't remember who I was fighting. I was just forearms. And then next thing you know, someone went up to me and went, "Hey, bro, you want to go on this pirate ship and go on an adventure?" Sure, man. And I think one of them said that they wanted to find the One Piece at one point. Or was it me making a joke about it? But who knows? Who probably were looking for it. So me and some familiar faces, like some friends, and a bunch of random fictional characters and celebrities. Like, it was just the most random mix of whatever on the pirate ship. Michael Bay was on there. You had Mr. Krabs. You had Sonic. The actual Ben 10. But here's the thing. They were still, like, some of them were still animated. Like, Ben and Mr. Krabs, they were still animated. They weren't, like, live action. It was kind of like a Space Jam, Roger Rabbit type deal. We're all on the ship, and we're doing contests. We're doing eating contests. I was eating ramen noodles, by the way. I was swimming in gold like I was Scrooge McDuck. Made some sort of comment towards Ben, I don't know, and then there was Pikachu on there. There was pretty much about any fictional character you can think of was on there. Any fictional character on there, it was there. Like the Ninja Turtles were on there. Anything you can think of, they're on there. It was this random mix of people just on the pirate ship. I think I saw like Kevin Hart or somebody, like, just what? Okay, so I was looking through like some notes. The comment I made towards Ben, it wasn't actually towards Ben. It was I was doing a Ben 10 trivia quiz, and he was there. I think he was asking the question. Trivia quiz, by the way. I won it. Started singing the theme song, too, at one point. I don't know. There's a lot of Ben 10 in this dream. Then I woke up at some point. Obviously, honestly, this is fascinating. I could make a movie trilogy out of me just being on a pirate ship and just going on a quest with this random Ready Player One Lego movie type hodgepodge mix of random, just randomness. I don't know, but this video does well enough. I'm gonna do a part 2 where I talk about more of my weird dreams, because this isn't even half of it. There's some of them that are even weirder. They're the ones I just talked about. Other strange, crazy dreams I can just go all day about. I could honestly go all day. But, yeah, I just decided to do something a little different, to bring something to y'all and just talk randomly about some weird dreams I have. I don't understand why I have them. I think it's because of that I'm kind of fascinated by dreams. Even though I try not to think too deeply about it, it is a little funny to me. It kind of fascinates me, and I'm just like, interesting. I kind of write about it, and I think about it, and it's so just surreal, just thinking about all the madness in there. And sometimes it can be something, even if they're like the weirdest thing, there's at least one thing that, like, maybe a month or so later I'll look back and be like, Thanks for watching this so much and watching me yap about all this stuff, and I'm gonna do what Shark Boy said. Dream, 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 dream. Now I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and don't go to no public restroom if there's a urinal connected to the sink. Or, be careful for what beach you go to. And, be careful and observant of your people you know in life, or people you saw at some point in your life. And something about bears.